So to join Jermaine Watamina and the top 32 in the hat for the round 4 draw, we have got Madars Razma and Ryan Meikle, two players looking to make that next step in their careers. We thought it was coming from Razma around 3 years ago. Got to the quarterfinals of the Grand Prix. Tapered off somewhat since then. He'll be hoping to get back to the form that saw him qualify for the match play in the Grand Prix. A couple of appearances in the European Championship as well. Ryan Meikle made the headlines at Christmas in the World Championships for being the man who Luke Littler piled in a record-breaking set against. However, he did put Littler under pressure in that game. Can be an awkward player to come up against because he's not the most rhythmical. He is a talented player though, and he's had, in his mind at least, a very satisfactory start to the year. He's cashed checks in all 4 Players' Championship tournaments this year. Best run so far coming in the last tournament in Rosmalen, where he reached the round of 32. Opportunity knocks then for both players in what looks to be another tough game to call, because I think particularly with Madars, sometimes you never know what you're going to get. He is a darting bag of revels.
I've never heard any dart player described in that way, but it makes perfect sense. You're basically saying that Latvia's best ever player
58
is like chicken wing roulette. You haven't got a clue what's about to happen.
Yeah, 3 years ago, he was the Malteser.
59.
Recently, he's been more coffee.
I know what you're saying. But we're talking about two players who have made it to the last 32 of the UK Open twice. In their own mind, that's not good enough, because the last 32 is the Saturday afternoon session. If you're making it to the last 16, you've had a chance of making the Sunday. Now, the mission in this game is to make the Friday night. You've got to take it one session at a time from round 3. Take out Razma. Get in the hat. See who you get. Get through them. Make it to Saturday. You've got to give them credit for actually being in the bracket of getting it to round 3 from the start.
96.
Because things, especially for Meikle, he could have even had to go to Q school at the start of this year. He didn't have to in the end. And now he's got to make the most of that position that he's created for himself. How many treble 19s will Razma hit in this game? He hits more than anybody on the tour because he goes for it more than anybody.
Treble 18. Leaves a dart at the bullseye.
117.
The line was perfect, the weight was just off.
Okay, so on 95, he doesn't use the 57. Make sense of it, if you will. But he knows best, and Razmataz does take a 1-0 lead.
Feeling the bullseye vibe there, Madars Razma. One of the things I was going to say about this game is don't expect it to be a 180 fest. That's mainly down to Madars because he never goes for treble 20.
58.
It does prove that this game can be played in a slightly different way. I call him Madman.
57.
It's just an affectionate nickname I gave him when I first met him. And he is kind of mad in a good way.
Do have confirmation of what our mystery game is going to be. It will be either Sean Fox or Justin Hood. Likely to be Hood, he's 5-3 up against Darren Beveridge. So that game will conclude the action on stage 2 this afternoon. And I will be interested. I'll be looking forward actually to seeing Justin if he does progress, because he's had a very good start to the year, and for him, a little bit like Ryan Searle, this is a home tournament. What a great opportunity to make a name for himself.
Absolutely. So that game is the equivalent of the Mystery House on a Place in the Sun. But someone's definitely going to buy a ticket to the next round.
Yes.
58.
Atmosphere in Reds Bar has been quite subdued this afternoon, but that is typical of a Friday afternoon at the UK Open. Things tonight will be a bit more boisterous, and tomorrow,
140.
Reds Bar is the place to be. This place jumps up a notch. I wonder who we're going to see on this stage later. We can speculate, but it's all about who plays who. It's not just about who.
We can rule out the two Lukes.
We can rule out Michael van Gerwen.
And we could probably rule out Dimitri Vandenberg as the defending champion.
No,
because Andrew Gilding was put on the main stage last year.
Danny Nopper 3 years ago, as defending champion, was on stage 2.
He was, and he played Willie O'Connor. And he lost in a last leg decider.
Good memory.
We were there.
Look where Ryan is. His favourite double. Wow. So close.
It's very much a left-hander's choice, his double 10. It doesn't work out for Meikle this time. Now Madars goes for treble 19.
Ryan required 20.
Yet again, it's double 10. This time he finds it. These guys have only played 3 times before, and I don't think we can read anything into the head-to-head record. That's what makes this game so unpredictable. Wherever you look, things are tight. Start of the season, head-to-head record, UK Open records. They're all very similar.
140.
And with that in mind, some of these players are very much scholars of the game. They can sense form. They can sense when someone is in a threatening mood.
58.
But when this draw came about, Meikle was probably thinking, okay, this is a game I can get my teeth into if I'm just feeling sharp. But Razma would feel exactly the same.
57.
For you, Dan, what would constitute a good season for Razma? You've mentioned him getting back to contention for things like the match play, the Grand Prix. Would that constitute a good season if he doesn't win anything, which I'm sure is obviously the next goal for him? Getting to the match play and the Grand Prix again, would that constitute success for him?
I think it would, and I think maybe looking one step further back, getting into a position where he's in Euro Tours via the Pro Tour Order of Merit, that would be success.
56.
I like your answer, because I think everybody's goals, they do tend to surround the new qualification criteria for the European Tours, because you can get so much ranking money if you are assured of those trips. Everybody wants that guarantee of, I know where I'm going next well in advance.
36.
Can you imagine what it's like to plan going to Rosmalen at the end of May, knowing that you're going to be there? You're knowing you're going to ET6 in Sindelfingen. You know you're going to Graz at the end of April, well in advance. It's like a warm blanket that you can rest your head on and say, great, I'm looking forward to Graz. Some of these players can't even say that.
Ryan Meikle could say, I want double 16. It's not going to go for him.
67.
Opposite side of the board to where he usually does all his damage. Madars will only get one dart. It will be at double 16. Takes that step across. Bingo, double 16 is found. Clinical stuff so far from Madars Razma. 2 from 2 on the doubles. And looking ahead to his year, he is provisionally albeit with quite a few tournaments to go. He will be going to ET7 and 8 automatically. Those races are going to be crucial this year because the volatility of the order, players are going to be swapping in and out. It just highlights the importance of the Players' Championships and Euro Tours.
Absolutely right.
98.
We may find ourselves on a PDC Pro Tour where there are more than 14 Euro Tours in the future. And we are getting to the stage where people cannot play everything.
85.
Especially if you're having to travel as much as Madars Razma. It's a lot easier for someone like Ryan Meikle. He can get to Milton Keynes in no time at all.
59.
He can get to Leicester in no time at all. Madars has got to fly from Latvia. Just think about time away from loved ones as well, especially when Madars has got a young family. Big sacrifices are made by people from other countries to come to things like this. And if you walk away with no ranking money, or very little ranking money, you do look in the mirror and say to yourself, was it worth it? Those questions do come about every now and again.
Well, you spoke about Madars Razma travelling. He put out a very interesting tweet yesterday. I'll read it verbatim. Just tried to go to Minehead for the UK Open, but then, what might your feelings be when you hear on a plane that the engine have a problem? He's here safe and sound, and that is all that matters at the end of the day.
Yes, it is. Interesting. Very interesting. That was so un-Ryan Meikle. One of the most neglected routes of 134. And Meikle doesn't even leave double 16. Well, he didn't hit it, and Razma takes a 3-1 lead.
For all the world, I would have been convinced that Meikle would go treble 18, try and hit 2 tops.
That route for 134 is reserved for people who love double 16. Now, Ryan is a tops and 10s guy. That's what makes that shot so surprising.
Thinking back to Radek Sagansky earlier, he'd have gone that route.
121.
Another player has a route through to round 4, and a player who's been playing good darts lately. Nick Kenny has beaten Dominic Grulich 6-3. Hit a personal best in Rosmar at 112 just a couple of weeks ago.
People underestimate Nick Kenny all the time. At the minute, they aren't.
I mean, the World Championship run and his passport to Minehead at the end of last year, essentially, it's bought him another 2 years on tour. He's defending so little prize money this year.
83.
He's only going to ascend up the rankings, and particularly if he plays like he has been. Not a sparkling performance against Grulich, but it was enough. That's all you need to do at this stage.
Indeed. Enough is always enough.
Someone who is desperate to win ranking money is Josh Richardson. He's 5-4 up against Marvin van Velzen. Nathan Rafferty leads the Canadian Jim Long by the scoreline. And the lesser spotted Jim Williams is in Minehead. Leads Martin Lukeman 3-2. Or 2.
Jim Williams is an enigma.
I would have staked all of my savings on enigma being the word you'd use.
65. 42.
He's like a 15-letter conundrum. Very hard to figure out. Well, that'll do. I know he was trying to leave double 16, but he likes double 18 anyway.
Yes, on the 5th leg, Madars Razma.
He likes every double.
Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Quite literally perfect. 4 from 4.
Well, let us use that word enigma again. Think back to when Madars hit a 9-darter in a Players' Championship cubicle, and he went for a walk before he went for double 18. Trying to figure out a dart player.
60.
Don't even attempt it. We're a curious species. It's like trying to figure out a football that's rolling around on the ground when nobody's touched them. That's why I like darts. It's not a contact sport.
55.
We don't need VAR.
Thank God for that.
We've got wires that tell you whether it's in or not. But don't be fooled, the referees have got a hard job. That's why we've got one of the best in the world on stage 2. He might not be calling much more if Meikle doesn't get back into this match sometime soon.
140.
You can see the frustration in his face. You can understand it.
It's one of those games where he'll be looking at Madars and thinking, it's not like you're blowing me to smithereens. Madars is averaging sub 90, 89.7 compared to Meikle's 85. It's not a huge disparity, and yet,
140.
even though that's a good 140 from Meikle, Razma could be in a very, very strong position in 3 darts time. Couldn't he just? Not to be on this occasion, but it's the next best result.
106.
The Latvian is the person who stepped up more than the lad from Suffolk. He needs this tops.
86.
The pain on the face tells you everything you need to know. Razma steps in once again and is looking extremely strong.
Still hasn't missed a dart at double.
He hits the treble 20, then he steps off and shakes his head. What more do you want?
You literally cannot score more points with 1 dart, Madars. Savour the treble 20.
96.
We have a Madars Razma fan in the audience.
I can't imagine many Latvians have travelled all the way to Minehead, but if the Razma fan club are here, they're making their voice heard.
Yes, I would suspect that Madars is the only one. Ryan Meikle knocks on a long way there. He only hits the microphone at the bottom of the stage.
No forward motion in an overhand way. It means it's not a foul dart. Even though last night Kirk Bevins nearly called a foul dart in the Premier League. That was on Rob Cross. Had to give a warning to Cross in that match.
60.
That match that you mentioned for Joshua Richardson, he's 5-5 with Marvin van Velsen. It's a good game. And Jim Williams is 5-3 up with Martin Lukman.
Another old Dutch tie sees Barry Van Peer lead Danny Van Tribe 3-1. Greg Ritchie leads Tommy Morris 2-0.
177.
That is a beauty from Razma, and he has the chance to seal what would be something of a collector's item. 6 from 6 on the outer ring.
180.
Give that man a yellow ribbon because he wants to tie it round the old oak tree, because that is 6 from 6 on the doubles.